So, yes, here we are at York Minster, or as one little girl said the other week, York Monster, which is obviously wrong. It is the largest medieval Gothic cathedral north of the Alps, and there's more medieval stained glass in this building than the rest of the country put together. It took 252 years to build, and as you may have seen by the scaffolding around there, it's almost finished. Not really. They started in 1220 AD. Well, considering it's such a huge building, there are not that many ghost stories attached to it. I've got a couple of them that are on my YouTube channel, but I will tell you another one tonight, and it probably relates to the fact that it took so long to build. If you think about it, 252 years is about, 8 or 10 generations in medieval times. A generation being the time that it takes to be born, to grow up and have children of your own. So that means that most of the people who worked on this building could never hope to see the end of it. They wouldn't even know if it was going to be finished. You know, sometimes they did fall down over the years. Quite a few throughout Europe were badly designed. Sometimes they set on fire and they were destroyed and so on. So imagine the frustration that must have built up amongst the stonemasons who worked on this place, never hoping to see the end of it all. Well, as I say, the story I'm about to tell maybe relates to that fact. It concerns a young archaeologist woman who in the year 1958 was standing on this very spot admiring the roof bosses up above there, the roof decorations. She was standing here for quite a while when suddenly she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around and there she saw standing before her a man. "Sir, would you like to volunteer to be our man?" Sir, yes. Yeah. Give him a round of applause. A round of applause. Give him a round of applause, you curmudgeons. Yes. There standing before her was a very strange-looking man. I didn't say that, didn't I? And he was very shabbily dressed. Unlike you, sir. Yes. But he did wear a thing with a hood on it. I think your thing's got a hood. It was a bit like a monk's habit. Do you know the kind of thing made from very rough fabric, tied around the middle with a piece of string, and he went all the way down to his feet, and on his feet he was wearing sort of cheap trainers or something, and he smelt something awful. So she turned around and tried to ignore him, and carried on admiring the roof bosses up there. Not yet. We'll wait for these noisy people to go past, shall we? So, boy, do you want to take the stick and just kill them to death? Yes, you want to do that? Yes, we've got a volunteer over there. Yes, this is how we weed out all the psychopaths before they get of age. No, so anyway, she carried on admiring the roof bosses up above, but then the man spoke. He said in a clear, broad Yorkshire accent, "I carved that, you know." You like to?
I carved that, you know.
Very good. Give him a round of applause. Very well done. Yes. I carved that, you know. Well, at this she turned round, and this time the man was much, much closer. Much closer. Much closer. No, not that close. And now she could see the straggly beard in more detail. There were little sort of maggoty things going, a bit like these here. See, a bit like these. Yeah. And now the smell was overpowering. So she turned round, tried to ignore him again, carried on looking up above. But then he spoke once more. This time he said,
"Do you like it?"
Yes. "Do you like it?" he said. Well, she decided that she was going to turn round and say, "Yes, I do like it, but now will you please go away?" But when she turned around, the man had vanished. Vanished. Tell you what, he vanished a damn sight quicker than that chap there. Well, whoever he was, this fellow, we don't know, but it has been suggested that he might have been the ghost of one of those long-dead stonemasons, come back after all these years to admire the finished product. And a very fine finished product it is too, I think you'll all agree. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Another round of applause for our thespian, please. The equity card will be in the post on Monday. Yes.